Alright guys, so I apologize for my voice. I have a cold. My voice sounds terrible. But today there's two things I want to do to the Evo. One is install the front mud flaps, and the other one is put on the Underglow that I've had forever. So before I can do any of that, it's kind of cold, so I want to work on my car here in the garage. So I need to clean it out. Obviously I'm going to move my wife's car out there and pull the Evo in the center. That way I can show the garage, work on it in here where it's a little bit warmer. But I have to move all these parts. So this side is all parts that I have for sale, and this is all parts that I have to install and put on the car. So today, hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be installing these front mud flaps, which I had on before, but I took them off when I got new tires, but now they can fit. So I'm installing these front mud flaps and installing this LEDGlow Underglow. So this Underglow, I might not have all the parts. I might need to get a fuse that is not included with it, but I'm not sure. I need to look up their install guide real quick and figure out what I need to do. But I might need to order that fuse. Other than that, it should be fine. So I gotta watch some videos real quick, make sure I have all the parts for the Underglow. I can at least put it under the car and put it in place, and then get everything installed except for whatever. I think I just need a fuse, and then get that fuse either ordered or go pick it up, and then finish off the install. The mud flaps I should be able to do pretty easily. I just need to see if I can access it without taking off my wheels. I should be able to turn my wheel far enough. Once I air up all the way, I should be able to turn my wheel far enough. At the very least, I'll at least clean out my garage today, and then I can work on this another day. But you guys will see this all as one video, because I'm just going to edit it together. So, this is my ride height, by the way. My ride height's a little different than it used to be. So, the rear got pretty good height in there. So, probably like 3 or 4 fingers. But this is about the lowest I can ride. I can ride only a little bit lower without it hitting when I go over bumps, because the back has quite a bit of travel on it. My car is disgusting, by the way. Ignore how dirty it is. Even though I cleaned it recently, it gets dirty so fast in winter. And the front, I can put up a little bit, but that's where I have it at now. So that's basically how it looked at the ride height. You can see the tires stick out a little bit, even though they're pretty skinny compared to how they used to. They're 245s, they used to be 275s. So it's a sad day that I had to go down tire size, but I had to do it or air out. And then my wife has about the same fitment I do on her stock Lancer. I mean, except, you know, doesn't poke at all. Doesn't have that aggressive look, but this car she's just keeping stock, so it's all right. But I'm gonna go do those two things, or at least try to, after I clean out the garage. And then we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm going to do the install of my Underglow first. So basically what I'm going to do is I already have a hole drilled in the floor of my trunk for my bags. So I'm going to install the hot wire for my Underglow onto the positive side, and then I'm just going to ground it to the negative side, like I have for my bags here. And that'll be easy to do because the wires will come from under the car right up into the trunk. So it works out. I do have a ton of wires back here and it's a mess, but the engine bay looks the same way. Maybe someday I'll get those all straightened out. As far as mounting the actual Underglow goes, it comes with these brackets and screws. So I'm going to try and find an area where I can mount it underneath the front, the back, and the sides. I don't have a power drill. I only have screwdrivers, so I might have to go buy a drill. If not, I might see if I can zip tie it into place, or if it's like some soft plastic, I can screw the screw through using the screwdriver. It would just be a pain. I really need to get a drill. I can't believe I don't have one. I've got tons of different tools, but I don't have a drill, just because everything I do on my Evo is mostly just 10mm bolts. So I'm gonna see if I can get that on. but it makes it really easy that my battery's in the trunk and I've got that hole so the wires can go right to it. I don't need to worry about routing stuff up into my engine bay. As far as the actual controller goes, I don't need a switch or anything in the cabin because this Underglow's controller is a Bluetooth controller that I'll control from my phone. It's got a little remote too if I want to use that. So this shouldn't be too hard to install. I'm really bad with electronics and stuff, but I've watched enough videos and talked to a few people. It's really simple, but I think I got it now. So hopefully I don't shock myself and die, and hopefully my car doesn't blow up or catch on fire. But I think we'll be fine. After that, I'm gonna put on the front mud flaps. As you can see, the rear mud flaps are on just fine with the Varus bumper. But that'll probably be a separate video. So yeah, let's get started on the install. Sure. Alright, so I finally installed the Underglow underneath my car. It's not that dark in here, so you can't see it that well. The front, I think, turned out the best because it's so far up. I mounted it like right there. The only annoying part about where I mounted it in the front is that it's on the under tray. So when I go to take off my front bumper, I'm gonna have to cut the zip ties, take off the Underglow, take off the front bumper, put it back on. So that'll be a pain. Hopefully I don't have to take off my front bumper that much. The side one looks pretty good too, but it's mounted pretty far back there just because I couldn't find a mounting point up any closer, so it's like a foot back. I wish it was right under the skirt right here, but that was the best mounting point I could find. So it doesn't come out like as much as I wish it would out the bottom of the car, but at nighttime I think it'll still be pretty bright. The rear you can't see that well because of the sunlight coming in from the door, but it actually turned out really well. The only thing is there's a part in the middle that's kind of blocked from the muffler, because that was the only place I could secure it, was up above the muffler. And then this side is about the same as the other side, where it doesn't come out quite as far. So if I could find better mounting points, I could mount it a little bit closer to the outside of the car. But that'll just have to do for now. It's pretty bright though. And I finally, Leslie helped me connect the smartphone app. So I figured out how to control it from my phone. That was really confusing. And then all the wires and stuff back here is a mess. I need to tidy up my trunk. It looks terrible. I actually drilled a hole right there with my Dremel to get the wires to go down to the bottom when they connect. And then there's the actual little controller box. So in the future, I'm gonna try to tidy this up because it's a mess back here. Stuff's just kind of randomly all over the place. I've got this rag there, and then the little panel that goes behind my subwoofer we had to tape into place because it kept falling out. And I've never showed this off in video, but this is my 3S management. So that's an upgrade management from what I had originally. The Air Force management that I had, this is Aerolift, so it's a little bit better. But that's about it. I mean, my trunk is pretty ratchet, but I mean, it's alright. The car is a work in progress. So you can see here on the smartphone, it's got the power, so you can quickly turn it on or off. And it's connected through Bluetooth, so I'm not sure yet if this will be able to connect to my radio through Bluetooth and the thing. That's something I'll have to test out tonight. You can change the brightness levels, which I'm going to keep it up all the way just because it's not that bright anyway without I have it mounted. And then this is the most fun part where you can change the color by swiping around. And then you've got your different modes, like your different flashing modes. Color chase. I haven't tested very many of these out yet, so I'm not really sure what they all do. But, you know, playing with it will be really fun. Okay, that's what the speed, I saw the speed one, I didn't know what it did. It controls the speed of like the flashing or the fading when you have it on one of those kind of modes. So like right now if I do color chase and I speed it up, it goes way faster. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably just have it on a solid color most of the time, just because that looks the best in my opinion. But I'll have to play around with it. Maybe in the future find out a better way to mount the Underglow, so it's not as much of a pain in the front for taking off the bumper, and for the sides it looks better. But this will do for now. I'll have to see how it looks at nighttime. It'll probably be plenty bright during the night. I think the most annoying one is going to be the side ones because they're kind of tucked under there. It doesn't shoot out. Like I would prefer it if it would come right underneath the skirts there. So I might have to drill some holes or something because there's no really. I have them all mounted with zip ties right now, and there's nowhere to zip tie to any closer than where I have it. So I'm probably gonna have to get a drill and figure out how to drill some brackets in there. But that's something I do in the future. But thank you guys for watching. This has been the install of my LEDGlow million color Underglow.